Donald Trump's daily routine is absolutely crazy.
I literally can't do this any longer.
Guys, that was insane. Oh my gosh, that may have been the most embarrassing moment of my life.
And I'm seeing if I can survive his daily routine for 1 week. I've barely survived 4 days, but I have, and now I'm on day 5. But can I survive a week in the life of Donald Trump? Watch and find out.
This is day 5. And I just slept through my alarm clock that went off at 7 and now it's 8. So we're starting a little bit later to the day, but I think that's fine because Trump has to sleep in sometimes. I mean, he can't wake up consistently so early every day, so. And I do feel well rested. I'm just a little groggy and tired. I'm gonna start the day off with a shower because I need to wake up. So right now I feel refreshed after taking the shower, and that's good because when I woke up I was just very groggy and not wanting to start the day. But since it was already so late, I felt like I had to.
Overall, I felt really good and refreshed from sleeping in. I wasn't going to beat myself up that I didn't wake up from 5:30 to 6 because I really did need the sleep if I'm going to survive this challenge. And I couldn't find this in my research, but it's kind of obvious that Trump has to sleep in sometimes. He can't wake up at 5:30 every day. And what makes this challenge so difficult for me personally is that I usually go to bed at 9:30 and have my light out at 10. And I wake up at 7 to 7:30. Whereas now, for the past 4 days, I've been going to bed a few hours later than I usually do, and wake up a few hours earlier than I usually do. Now, if you've been watching the Trump series already, you know that the first thing I do in the morning is catch up on the news like Trump does. But today, I thought I would weigh myself to see how much weight I've gained in the past 4 days. So I weighed myself before this challenge about a week ago, and I weighed 157 pounds.
Bruh.
I've literally gained 4 pounds in 4 days.
Yeah, that is not good.
Now, once I finished weighing myself and feeling fat, I went straight to Trump's morning routine, where the first thing he does is watches the news. The news wasn't very interesting today, not much going on, but nevertheless, it was really chill watching it, as it is every day in the early morning. After watching the news, I decided to have some oatmeal, which is a go-to for Trump for breakfast. I followed the oatmeal with eating an orange, something that Trump enjoys to eat, but he hasn't talked about it much. Trump doesn't usually eat fruit, but he does sometimes. When I finished breakfast, I went to my business meetings, briefings, phone calls, and homework I had because it was over Christmas break. I finished writing an essay about talent versus determination. After I finished writing the essay, I studied a little bit of economics, which is an elective class I'm taking for the second semester. I felt smart studying because obviously Trump studied economics for years, and then he became a multi-billion-dollar businessman. Once I finished studying economics, I went straight to business meetings, and when I say business meetings, I just mean Zoom calls. Trump uses Zoom for his meetings quite frequently with world leaders and also in his court cases. Following my Zoom meeting, it was now lunchtime, but I decided today, because I had already gained 4 pounds, that I was going to eat a little healthier lunch. It was a mix of avocado, lettuce, bread, egg, and tomato. Shout out to my mom for keeping me healthy. In my opinion, this was the greatest lunch I've had all week because it tasted so good to have healthy food again. After the meetings, I went back to homework and Zoom meets, but something wasn't right. My sleep depravity was once again catching up with me.
Guys, I think I'm gonna have to nap soon. I'm falling asleep in this chair, so I'm gonna stand up, but then that would be awkward because I couldn't do my business stuff and homework, so I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I had already been blowing my nose during the morning, and I was hoping I wasn't getting sick. So I decided to take a quick power nap, hoping that when I woke up I would feel a lot better. So I literally hopped into bed with my suit on, minus the blazer, which I took off. Little did I know that when I was going to bed, I was going to have one of the best naps of my life.
I was asleep for almost 2 hours, and that may have been the best nap of my life, ever.
I started my nap at around 2:30 and woke up at around 4:45.
Since the time is now 5 o'clock, I'm going to have a little earlier dinner and go to Chick-fil-A and pick up some food.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing well, doing well.
Can I get a name for today?
Yes, Donald.
What can I get for you?
Can I get number one meal?
One meal, what drink?
Root beer, please.
Root beer? Alright. And anything else?
Medium fry. Does that go with it?
Yes.
Okay. And then barbecue sauce as well.
Gotcha.
I didn't know I was going to say Donald.
For Donald.
Yes.
What do you want to say?
There you go. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
Oh, no present.
Appreciate you. Guys, that may have been the most embarrassing. Okay, hold on. I gotta see. I don't want to crash here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, that may have been the most embarrassing moment of my life. I didn't know I was going to say Donald, but that's just what came out. Guys, that was insane. I was just. Pain is temporary. Memories are forever. Cheers.
Once I got home from Chick-fil-A and finished eating dinner, I watched some college football, which is one of Donald Trump's favorite activities to do in the evening.
I've been editing videos for a while now, and it's nearing 11 o'clock, and I'm starting to get sleepy, but I'm going to hang in there, edit a little bit more until 12, and then I'm going to go to bed. I think I can make it today because of that nap I had earlier. Right now, it's 10 of 12, and that time editing went by pretty quickly. And I just finished editing day 2 or day 3, I don't remember at this point. It feels good to be done, and hopefully I can have another nap tomorrow in case I feel down like I did this morning. And yeah, I can't believe 2 more days, and that's the end of the Trump series, which is crazy to say because this has been the longest week of my life. So anyways, let me go back to the narration.
Once I finished changing out of my suit, I hopped in my pajamas and went to bed at around 11:45.
Today's been a very funny and wild day, to say the least. From going to Chick-fil-A and saying Donald when I didn't expect to say Donald, and then taking a nap for a few hours, it's been interesting to say the least. But now that I'm finished with day 5, that means I have 2 days left in the Trump series, which is it's ridiculous to believe because I feel like I just started, but also at the same time this has been the longest week of my life, so I'm ready for it to end because I need some sleep. And now it's around 12 o'clock midnight, so that means it's bedtime. I have successfully survived another day in the life of Donald Trump. Stay tuned for day 6, which is coming soon.